Good evening everyone. I hope you all had a great afternoon. We're going to begin reading The Housemaid, and we are on chapter 20. But first we're going to say our prayer for the night, and it is, under his wings you will find refuge. Under his wings you will find refuge. Psalms 91:4. Under his wings you will find refuge. Psalms 91:4. I'm going to take a drink and we will get started. Chapter 20. That was humiliating. I'm still reeling from the mortification of Enzo rejecting me while I waited for Cecilia to finish up her dance class. My head is throbbing, and the tapping of the little feet in unison coming from the dance classroom isn't helping matters at all. I look around the room, wondering if anyone else finds it annoying as I do. Nope, just me. Good evening. Okay, thank you for your opinion. Welcome, welcome. The woman in the seat next to me finally gives me a sympathetic look. Based on her naturally smooth skin, with no signs of a facelift or Botox, I estimate her to be around my age, which makes me think she's not picking up her own kid. She's one of the servants, like me. Advil, she asked. She must have a sixth sense to notice my discomfort. She, either that or the size are giving her the message. I hesitate, then nod. Painkillers won't get rid of the humiliation of the hot Italian landscaper turning me down, but it will ease my headache at least. She reaches into her big black purse and takes out a bottle of Advil. She raises her eyebrows at me, and I put out my hand, and she shakes two little red pills into my hand. I throw them back into my mouth and swallow them dry. I wonder how long it'll take them to kick in. I'm Amanda, by the way, she tells me. I'm your official tap dancing waiting room headache keeper. I laugh despite myself. Who are you here to pick up? She flicks her brown ponytail off her shoulder. The Bernstein twins. You should see them tap dance in unison. It's something to behold. Speaking of pounding headaches, how about you? Cecilia Winchester. Amanda lets out a low whistle. You work for the Winchesters? Good luck with that. I squeeze my knees. What do you mean? She lifts a shoulder. Nina Winchester, you know, she makes the universal cuckoo sign with her index finger, right? How do you know? Oh, everyone knows. She shouts me a look. Also, I get the feeling Nina is the jealous type, and her husband is really hot, don't you think? I avert my eyes. He's okay, I guess. Amanda starts digging around in her purse as I lick my lips. This is the opportunity I have been waiting for. Somebody I can pump for information about Nina. So I say, why do people say Nina is crazy? She looks up, and for a moment I'm scared. She is going to be offended by my obvious digging. But she just grins. You know, she was locked up in the loony bin, right? Everyone talks about it. I wince at her use of the term loony bin. I'm sure she has some equally colorful terms for the place where I spent the last decade of my life. But I need to hear this. My heart speeds up, beating in sync with the tapping of the little feet in the other room. I did hear something about that. Amanda clucks. Cecilia was a baby then. Poor thing, if the police had arrived a second later. What? She drops her voice a notch, looking around the room. You know what she did, don't you? I shake my head wordlessly. It was horrible. Amanda sucks in a breath. She tried to drown Cecilia in the bathtub. I clasp a hand to my mouth. She what? She nods sullenly. Nina drugged her, threw her in the tub with running water, then took a bunch of pills herself. I open my mouth, but no words come out. I have been expecting some story like, I don't know, she got into a fight with some other mother at a ballet practice over the best color of the tutus. But she had a meltdown. Oh. Or maybe her favorite manicurist decided to retire and she couldn't take it. This is entirely different. The woman tried to murder her own child. I can't think of anything more horrible than that. Andrew Winchester was apparently in the city at his office, she said. But he got worried when he couldn't get through to her. Thank God he called the police when he did. My headache has escalated. Despite the Advil, I truly was about ready to throw up. Nina tried to kill her own daughter. She tried to herself. No wonder she's an antipsychotic. Hello, Gail. How are you? Good to see you. It doesn't make any sense to me. Whatever I can say about Nina, she clearly loves Cecilia very much. You can't fake that sort of thing. Yet, I believe Amanda. I've certainly heard this rumor from enough people. It doesn't seem possible that everyone in town has got it wrong. Nina really did try to kill her daughter. Then again, I don't know the context. I've heard about postpartum depression and how it can make your mind go dark. Maybe she didn't have any idea what she was doing. Maybe they're just saying she plotted to kill her daughter. If that were true, she would be in prison right now, forever. Still, as much as I worried about Nina's mental status, I never truly believed she had the capacity for real violence. She's capable of much more than what I thought. For the first time since Enzo rejected me, I think back to the panic in his eyes as he hurried towards the front door. "You get out, Millie. It's dangerous." He's scared for me. He's scared of Nina Winchester. If only he could speak English. And if he did, I have a feeling I might have moved out by now. But really, what can I do? The Winchesters are paying me well, but not well enough to strike out on my own without at least a few more paychecks under my belt. If I quit, they'll never give me a decent recommendation. I'll have to go back to searching through the want ads, faced with rejection after rejection, and then find out about my prison record. I just have to hang in there a little longer and do my best not to make Nina Winchester upset. My life depends on it. And that takes us to chapter 21. By dinner time tonight, the cardboard box Enzo brought into the house is still sitting on the dining room table. In the interest of setting the table, I try to move it, but it's very heavy. Enzo made it seem lighter than it truly was. He effortlessly carried it into the room. I'm scared if I try to move it, I'll accidentally drop it. Odds are there's some good priceless Ming inside or something equally fragile. I study the return address on the box again. Evelyn Winchester. I wonder who that is. The handwriting is big and loopy. I give it a tentative shove, and something rattles inside. Early Christmas present, maybe? I looked up from the package, and Andrew is home. He must have come in from the garage entrance, and he's smiling crookedly at me, his tie loose around his neck. I'm glad he seems to be in better spirits than yesterday. I really thought he was going to lose it after that doctor's appointment, and then the terrible argument last night, where I was half convinced Nina had murdered him. Of course, now that I know why she was institutionalized, it doesn't seem nearly as far-fetched. It's June, I reminded him. He clucks his tongue. It's never too early for Christmas. He rounds the side of the table to examine the return address. He is only a few inches away from me, and I can smell his aftershave. It smells nice and expensive. Stop it, Millie. Stop smelling your boss. It's from my mother, he notes. I grin up at him. Your mother still sends you care packages? He laughs. She used to, actually, especially in the past when Nina was sick. That's a nice euphemism for it. I just can't wrap my head around it. It's probably something for Cece, he remarked. My mother loves to spoil her. She always says Cece only has one grandmother, and it's her duty to spoil her. What about Nina's parents? He pauses, his hands on the box. Nina's parents are gone. Since she was young, I never met them. Nina tried to kill herself, tried to kill her own daughter. And now it turns out, excuse me, now it turns out she's left a couple of dead parents in her wake. I just hope the maid isn't next. No, I need to stop thinking this way. It's more likely Nina's parents died of a disease or something. Whatever was wrong with Nina, they obviously felt she was ready to rejoin society. I shall give her the benefit of the doubt. Anyway, Andrew straightens up. Let me get this open. He dashes into the kitchen and returns a minute later with a box cutter. He slices open the top and pulls up the flaps. I'm pretty curious at this point. I've been staring at this box all day, wondering what was inside. And I'm sure whatever it is, it's something insanely expensive. I raise my eyebrows as Andrew stares into the box, the color draining from his face. Andrew, I frown. Are you okay? He doesn't answer. Instead, he sinks into one of the chairs. Oh no, this doesn't sound good. And presses his fingers to his temples. I hurry over to comfort him, but I can't help but stop to take a look inside the box. And then I understand why he looks so upset. The box is filled with baby stuff. Little white baby blankets, rattles, dolls. There's a little pile of tiny white onesies. Nina has been babbling to everyone who would listen. Yes, I am. Excuse me, I am reading from a book, hon. Yes, it's called The Housemaid. Surely she's mentioned it to Andrew's mother, who decided to send supplies. Unfortunately, she jumped the gun. Andrew has a glazed look over his eyes. Are you okay? I ask again. He blinks, like he forgot I was in the room. He manages a watery smile. I'm okay, really. I didn't need to see that. I slid the chair next to his. Maybe that doctor was wrong. Although part of me wonders why he would have even wanted to have a child with Nina, especially after what she almost did to Cecilia. How could he trust her with a baby after she did something like that? He rubs his face. It's fine. Nina is older than me, and then she had some issues when we first married, and I didn't feel comfortable trying to have a baby then. So we waited, and now I look at him in surprise. Nina is older than you? A little, he shrugs. You don't think about age when you're in love, and I love her. It doesn't escape me that he used past tense to refer to his feelings for his wife. He notices it too because his face turns red. I mean, I love her. I love Nina, and whatever happens, we got each other. He says the words with conviction, but then when he looks over the box again, a really sad expression comes over his face. No matter what he says, he's not happy. And he's not happy about the fact he and Nina won't have another child together. It is weighing on him. I'll put the box in the basement, he mumbles. Maybe somebody in the neighborhood will have a baby and we can give it to them. or else we'll just, we can donate it. I'm sure it would be put to good use. I am seized by the irrepressible urge to wrap my arms around him. In spite of his financial success, I feel sorry for Andrew. He's really a good guy, and he deserves to be happy. And I'm beginning to wonder if Nina, with all her issues and wild mood swings, is capable of making him happy. Or is he just stuck with her out of obligation? If you ever want to talk about it, I said softly, I'm here. His eyes meet mine. Thanks, Millie. I put my hand on his, a gesture meant to comfort him. He turns his hand and gives my hand a squeeze. At the touch of his palm against mine, a sensation shoots through me like a lightning bolt. It's something I have never felt before. I look up into Andrew's brown eyes, and I can tell he feels it too. For a moment, the two of us just stare at each other, drawn together by invincible, indescribable connection. Then his face turns red. I better go. He tugs his hand away from mine. I've got to, right. He jumps up from the table and darts out of the dining room. But just before he disappears up the stairs, he gives me one long, lingering look. Oh my, and that takes us to chapter 22. Oh boy, I can see what's happening here, and I think you guys can also see what's happening. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they gave each other the look. Thank you, Gail, for coming in. I hope you enjoyed some of the book you heard. It is a good book. Thank the others for coming in. I appreciate all of you, and that is 2 chapters for tonight, and I will see you again in creative writing. You all have a blessed good night, sweet dreams, and always keep your positivity. Thank you, Gail. Good night, everyone.